she walk by, every time she walk by, every time she walk by, I be like, there she go. Every time she walk by.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I do apologize about the long wait with re-uploading. I just been really sick and really busy. So today we're gonna go ahead and get back to some new builds in Newcrest. I'm going to start off with a simple modern home, nothing too serious. This house did take me about an hour and 27 minutes to go ahead and build. I was able to convert that into a 22-minute video for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. Once again, if you're a new builder just like me, you can more than welcome to go ahead and get some of your tools and inspiration from Pinterest. It will be your best friend, especially when it comes to CC or certain ideas to go ahead and add into your Sims life. So right now, working on the down area of the home, basically the foundation, trying to figure out my out build, exactly what I want and what I need. So I'm just going ahead and adding the cheat codes in here for me. Should have did that before I even started the video, so I do apologize. So of course, you guys already know I love my beams from my home. It set aside everything from the house to make it pop a little bit more in certain areas that I need to go ahead and make them pop. So right now I am going to go ahead and work on the outer area, the front of the home. This house did consist of a two-tone color. Most modern house does have two tones. It's not necessarily always a one-tone house. So right now I'm working on certain areas of the home where it's going to be darker, and then I'm going to go ahead and come out with a cream beige around the home. To me, it kind of does look like a bright orange, but you go ahead and see once I get ready to, well, right now, to go ahead and finish painting out the rest of the house here. So right now I'm going to work on the bottom area. It's going to be all dark. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and move that beam because it was too close. So it was defeating the purpose of even painting it, you know, the dark color if I was just going to leave that little one slot open. So I went ahead and slide it open, working on the upstairs area to go ahead and add a balcony part. Now we adding the mirrors. I went ahead and just kept these two. It was just a better look for it. So right now I'm going to go ahead and work on adding the doors for the patio area. I'm going to go ahead and eventually go and add these windows. I thought it was just a better look. It looked more crisp and more clean for what I was trying to go for. So I'm going to add some windows, and then as you see, once I start building in the rooms and start decorating them, I do tend to remove them. The only reason why I add so much in the beginning, due to the fact that the lighting. Sometimes with the lighting does help with decorating and building, but once I get a whiff of everything, I do tend to remove certain windows if it does tend to be a little bit too much. So of course I'm working on my flower bed. You know, I love my little flower beds. I'm becoming so proud of myself when it comes to the flower beds. When I tell you I usually don't build in The Sims, guys, I don't build in The Sims. So this is something that has became a hobby for me. I'm starting to like it and enjoy it. It's kind of more of a what zen for me. It's relaxing. It keeps me calm. It's something that I could just, if I'm having a bad day, I could just go ahead and build in The Sims, and I just get lost into this whole building world, and it's just amazing for me. It puts me in a great place. So once again, I'm working on my flower beds here. I'm not doing something too serious like I did in my home next door. As you can see, that's one of my most amazing builds that I felt like I ever done. So, and one of my first builds, if you can see next door. You could go ahead and download that in the description below. We'll go ahead and leave my cloud for you guys if you want to go ahead and download the house next door, and of course this one. So of course I'm just adding the simple essentials of a house, the trash can. I went ahead and added the mailbox later on. So working on the back area, I'm going to do a little patio area where they could just walk in and just, you know, relax, grill if they want to. So now working on the house, and I usually just add rooms everywhere. And then I go ahead and fix anything up that I need to. But I think with this build, I didn't. I left all the builds, like all the rooms, exactly the way that I did. I'm not going to add any doors because it is a down area. There's no bathrooms. There's no bedrooms. So I didn't see the point of adding any doors due to the fact that it's a downstairs area. I live in a home where the only time there are doors is if it leads to a room or a laundry room or the bathroom. Other than that, it was just open areas where you could just go ahead and walk through the beams and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint the whole house one certain color besides the kitchen. I do start that off in a different color, have that accent color of the brick wall there, as you already see. So now I'm working on my most, and just with counters, I'm just now starting to learn how to use the tools for the counters. So it's not always perfect. I go ahead and sometimes get stuck trying to figure out how to use this or match it up a little bit. So sometimes you're going to see me remove things, add it back again. It's just because I'm trying to learn. With me, the reason why I did move the windows, because I hate with the builds that you could see the cabinets or the counters through the windows. I just feel like it's tacky looking, so I don't ever usually add windows in that area unless it's small windows where it's not interfering with the counter or the cabinets. So right now I'm working on my island area. With this one, I didn't move it a lot, which you are eventually going to see. So I'm going to add some plants here. But once I get everything done, like with adding the essentials of the decorations and stuff, you're going to see me go back and kind of remove everything and switch it up a little bit, or fix it up to my liking, because I just felt like it wasn't working out for me in any way. So with these plants, I am going to move them a little bit because they were entwining with the wall, and I do hate that within the builds. That's the only downfall of using the move object cheat. It's just that it's perfect that you can move it anywhere you want, but I just hate that it sticks through walls and stuff. It just looks completely tacky to me. So right now I'm working on the island area again. Once again, these are not always my best friend because, as you can see, you shouldn't be able to see the lines of the counter or the island when you go ahead and stick them together. It should be a smooth, clean look. And that's something I'm still trying to learn with using these tools, is that I don't always get that smooth, clean look. You're always going to see the lines, as what I'm talking about when you adding the counters over to it. So I'm just working with it to see exactly how to get that clean look. Unfortunately, I do believe I leave it entwining like that, where the counter and the actual island do have that line right there. But then again, you know, you learn, you move on, and then you go from there. I can only get better as time tells. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add the sink and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I do remove the frame from the living room area, because that's exactly what it is next door, is the living room area. I do remove the frame due to the fact that I felt like it was going to cause problems with the walking in and out from the kitchen. You know, sometimes the Sims are picky for me. I don't know. Sometimes they act like they can go somewhere, then they will actually do it if I click it again. It just depends. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and add some stuff here to make it look a little bit more clutter and have some stuff. I think I do go ahead and remove. Yeah, I did remove it just because I was scared that the Sims wouldn't be able to use the popcorn. So of course I gotta add the decorations. If you don't add the decorations, it's just gonna look plain and simple. I mean, I'm all for the simple stuff, but I don't want it to look too plain either. So I'm going to go ahead and find some kitchen stuff so I could go ahead and add in here. Can't go wrong with some wine bottles. Not at all. Looks nice, looks clean. So right now, I'm just playing around with everything. So it looks perfect now. I'm working on the entranceway. With the entranceway, I want it to not be cluttered, but I didn't want it to be empty either. This is something that when you first coming into a home, you want it to look impressive, like, okay, this is perfect. what's next is going to look pretty much good. So right now I'm trying to figure out exactly what I need. Of course, I have seasons to my Sims, so we always got to add that umbrella. You already know what happens if they go outside and they don't have that umbrella. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. I do believe I add a shelf area, and this one was from the seasons, and I go ahead and add it into the areas, into this area as well. And then I want to say, once I do that, I believe I add 2 actually, just to give it, more tight space look. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want. So I went ahead with these 2. I felt like these went along perfect. Moved the umbrella from the front entranceway. Of course, got to add the carpet. Can't go wrong with adding the entrance carpet. You already know that that's something that, most houses do have. So I went ahead and went with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on the laundry area. I didn't want nothing too extra. It's just, something simple. I went ahead and just added, some stuff here. Eventually I am going to go back into this build and add a Christmas tree just because we are in seasons. So I went ahead and placed that, the decoration box in there, just for the fact that it was something that I was able to just go ahead and add the decorations from, instead of me having to go back into the build mode to do it all by myself. I was, easily able to just go ahead and do it using that box. So, excuse me, right now what I'm working on is, of course, the living area. It's something I didn't do too much. Like I said, this build was 1 hour and 27 minutes. It was more like, okay, let me go ahead and make a quick build cast for these houses, and then boom, get it over with, because I just wanted to go ahead and get Newcrest up and running with as much Sims as I can and filling up the entire world, because once again, I never used it. It always been an empty world for me, so I wanted to try something different. Sometimes I will go ahead and spend my little 5 or 6 hours with a build and then go back and spend a little bit less time with other builds. It was just something I wanted to go ahead and do quick and go from there. So remember what I said about the plants, that it was interfering through the walls. I went ahead and changed it because I would just hated it peeking through the walls here. So I'm adding, because since this area was so empty, I went ahead and add like a little seating area there where they could use the computer and do what they want to do. Perfect, fine. So it's still a little bit empty. I'm not for sure if I am going to go back and fix that, but you never know. So right now I am working on the flower bed area. If I'm not mistaken, I do remove it because I'm going to add a patio area. Now, when I'm going to remove it, I don't know. That's the thing about having these type of videos. And as you can see right now, I am working on the area, and I believe I might have kept it. I may have kept it. I'm not for sure, guys. That's one thing about working with videos and you have to, do a voiceover. Sometimes when you make so many videos and you do the builds all in a certain amount of time, you kind of forget which house or which build exactly did you do and what steps did you take. So that's the only annoying part. So I do apologize if I'm clueless, just as you guys trying to figure out what I'm trying to do next. So I am working on that patio area for you guys. So I am going to have an outdoor eating area. Just in case if they don't want to use the islands inside the kitchen, they could go ahead and go outside to eat. Of course, they can use it for one day having a cookout day, whatever the scenario my sons would like to go ahead and use that seating area for. So now I'm going back to the upstairs area to work on the rooms to see exactly what I want to do. Now, this did consist of 2 bathrooms, and I want to say 3 bedrooms, but it may be 2. But then I'm more certain it may be 3. But we're going to figure it out a little bit here. I think it is going to be 3 because on that corner where I did add the steps, I believe I added a Tyler's room. So we're going to figure out in just a little bit here. I do apologize. That's the only thing about with these builds. I'm going to say it again. It's just once you make so many builds, you kind of do forget what steps you took to go ahead and make, the builds here. So usually me, what happened is once I get to the second area and I realize, okay, I got to add a tile, I usually forget to do it in the first rooms, the main floor. So I go ahead and always go back and add everything that I may have missed. So now I'm working on the rooms here. So right now it looks like it's going to be 1, 2. It's going to be 3 rooms so far. 1 bathroom. But I know, did I remove the bathroom for some reason? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. So this is the master bedroom, and with this one, I didn't do nothing too extra either, guys. Like I said, this was something like a simple build. It was more like a rush build. I wanted to go ahead, build it the best that I can, add my Sims into it, and move on from there. I am trying to get Newcrest up and running, trying to make that one of the popping worlds that I can make it. So right now, I'm trying to figure out exactly what carpet and stuff I would like to add to it and trying to go from there. But let me tell you guys exactly what happened to my games. I was messing with my folders and somehow I deleted everything from The Sims. Even with my copy, it's still deleted from my copy folder. How it happened, I do not know. So with the screenshots may be different for what I originally have due to the fact that all my CCs that I did use was wiped out from the houses and replaced with whatever The Sims were able to replace from the regular build mode. So I was super upset. I couldn't get most of the CCs back because I did not remember exactly where I gotten it from. So it was horrible for me, guys. It was real horrible. So right now I'm working on this bathroom area. So that's exactly what I did. I made it a 1 bathroom, and then the second room, it is going to be a toddler's room. So now that I can remember. So I went ahead and I made that into a simple bathroom for the whole household to use. So I do take that back. It is a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom house. So I didn't do nothing too serious. Added the 2 double sink. That's my favorite CCs, is those 2 double sinks. I have other ones, but I just feel like that one fit best most when it comes to adding doubles into a bathroom. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and just add in those windows to go ahead and give me some light here, so we could go ahead and start with the decorating. Now I am working on a teen room. I noticed that I have been doing nothing but females teen rooms. That's something I am going to change for you guys. We cannot discount our young men's, our boys, nothing out of that state, period. So I don't want to offend anybody if I do make nothing but female teen rooms. I am going to make a new build for you guys, and I promise one of them will be a teen boys rooms. But I'm a female, so I feel like I can connect a little bit more and make it a teen room. I've been a teenager, so right now I'm just working on her room. Not going to do nothing too drastic in her room here. Just going to add, some pictures here, make it look a little bit more teen, and go from there. So I'm going to go back and forth between the main room and her room to try to figure out exactly how I want things to be. What I did not do was add a carpet into her room for some reason. I usually always add a carpet, especially the fuzzy ones. I love fuzzy carpets. I have one. You can never go wrong with one. But right now, see, with this CC, I've been trying to make it work so bad. I have to figure out exactly how I can do it. It's actually a treehouse bunk bed, but I cannot get the mattress to go on the top bunk. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I don't know exactly how to do it either. That's something I'm going to have to see and figure out if I can work out. Now with this room, I am making it into a taller room. I love this bed. I think it's so gorgeous. I do have other CCs as well, different type of beds for toddlers. But this one is just my go-to, especially if I want to do something quick. I'm just adding shelves here and putting little decorations on the shelves to make it look more, you know, of a taller room. Enlarging the carpet there. This is a boys' room. This is a boys' room. The last one I made with this exact furniture, I made it into a girl's room. And I wanted to go ahead and do something different, make it more into a boys' room, because the last one I did make it into a girl's room. So my next build, I do, and I will make that teens room into a boys' teens room. You know, sometimes we just have boys in the household. I get it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do something better on my end with that. So I'm just going to keep adding stuff inside this taller room here to kind of make it look a little bit more roomy, more of a taller build. I'm going to go ahead and add a high chair so I wouldn't forget later on inside the game. And I do have a taller, and then boom, I'll have to go to the build mode and add that. So I'm adding everything now just to go ahead and give me that freedom. Now the patio area, or if you want to say the loft area, whichever works best. You know, everybody have the preference on what they would like to call it. I'm just going to call it the patio area. I'm not doing nothing too simple. What I went ahead and did was just add 2 chairs, the two seats here, some bills here, and went from there. So that is the end of the video. I'm sorry the end is short. I went ahead and added some screenshots, and I hope you guys will go ahead and enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video.
She walk by, every time she walk by, every time she walk by, I be like, there she go. Every time she walk by, I can see in her eyes, shawty feeling my vibes. I be like, there she go. I be like, there she go. She can't stand these hoes. She don't even know. She the only one I want. She don't know she got me chasing. When I see her, my heart be racing. But she don't know I'm so impatient. So put your number in my phone.